Happy Friday, Beecher. I'm just going to make a quick video here. I know there's a lot of questions going around the community right now about the attendance policy, and I want to make sure I clarify some of the misnomers that I'm hearing regarding what's going on. And so, if you remember, we initially had these conversations back in August. We implemented a policy on attendance where I said it at the time, and I'll say it now. It's all about opening lines of communications between the school district and families. At no point in time is the plan to get families or to charge them or to send them to court or anything like that. So that's the first misnomer I want to make sure I correct. We are not here to send families to court or to fine them or do anything like that. We're here to try to open lines of communication and make sure that if a student is absent, that they're getting help, and that if the school district in any way can help that's what we're here for. So again, at 5, you got the email. At 7, the social worker probably reached out to you. At 10, you probably got your first letter from the principal. And then at 12, our SRO Hanson probably reached out and engaged with families, delivered a second letter to them. And then we're almost at that 15 for families. And at 15 is when the principal meets with the teams and they talk and they look and they review your guys' attendance. And at that point in time, there's informal notes that are made. So if you call your kid off, it may still say unexcused. Okay. But our wonderful secretaries still mark that, hey, Johnny Smith or Joni was mom called off this particular day. And so when we go to review that as a team, we understand kids are sick. We're not going to send you to court over kids being sick. So please understand that just because it's not marked as excused in Power School, because it's not technically excused, we're not going to hold that against our families. Okay. So more importantly, this means if your student is sick, please keep them home, communicate with the school that my child is sick, and then we will work with the families. Please, again, please do not send your sick students to school to have the nurse look at them to send them home to make it excused. That's not the idea of this policy. That is not what we want to happen, because it's only being detrimental to the other kids. This policy was all about opening up those lines of communication. That's what I'm here to convey to the community by the third quarter. Okay. So again, if you are getting letters, if you're getting emails, please reach out to the school. And if it's because your kid is sick, it's okay. We understand. And when we have those conversations as a team at those 15, we'll make sure that we communicate with the families that we're not looking at the ROE right now. And even if the ROE is communicated with and talked to at 15, their first engagement is to come out and talk with families. They're not even doing anything at 15 in terms of taking you to court or finding you, those kind of things. So I want to make sure it's abundantly clear. The goal of this policy is not to get you, it's not to fine you, it's not to do anything like that. It's about making sure that kids are at school when they need to be at school. If they're sick, they're at home. So please understand, if you're concerned about your students' absences, reach out to the school. I will admit that I will try to do a better job in terms of communication with families at that 10 and 12 mark. And so one of the things we really want to make sure of is when we get to that 10 and 12, because now you're getting into that conversation about potentially having a meeting about the students absent. We will do a better job of making sure that if the SRO does come out to your home, that we provide him with more or better information than we are, so he can engage with those conversations and let you know, hey, you know what, you're at 12, but we understand 9 of them were absences because your student was sick. At this point in time, this is still open communication. The school district and the SRO are aware, this is strictly because your kid's been sick. They're legitimate reasons. We're not looking to do anything, but since I am here, since I'm a school district representative, he's not a representative of the police department at that time, or the letter that is mailed to you. At that point in time, if there's anything that we can do to help you out, let us know. Again, we're all about that communication piece. We're not trying to get you to go to court. That's not what we're here to do. And so please understand that is the most important thing you can take out of this. If your student is sick, leave them home. Okay, we don't want sick kids coming to school. And no, it's not going to be if I have Nurse Angie or Nurse Lindsay look at them and they send them home, then you've circumvented the rules. That's not what this is about. This policy is about that communication piece. So if your kid's sick, call, let us know. We make informal notes. Okay, we make the notes, and so when we get to that point, that communication happens, and then we'll do a better job of making sure that families know, hey, I know you're at 10, I know you're at 12, or I know you're at 15. We understand there was a week of strep, there was influenza A. We're at this point in time not looking at anything. We're just here to try to figure out what we can do um, to help you move forward. Okay, I know it ended up being a 5-minute video. I apologize. I'm trying to really make these shorter, but this is really important that the community knows we're not out to get you. We're here to open up lines of communication. If it so, we'll amend, adjust some of our communication pieces so we can hopefully help build a more positive interaction between these things. Um, Again, if your kid's sick, please leave them at home. Call us, let us know they're sick. We will make notations that it was a sick day. We get it. If you need a mental health day, those are still there. You get 5 of those in a year. If you need that mental health day, call us. Say, hey, my student needs a mental health day. We'll mark it. You'll even see that in Power School marked as a mental health day. And then when we get to those larger days, I will do a better job as a superintendent, making sure that my staff communicates better. Hey, you may be at 12, but we understand X, Y, and Z, and this is where we're at. And even if we engage with the ROE, folks, the first engagement with ROE is still a positive conversation that she's going to come out and talk with you guys and say, hey, what can we do as an ROE? Because there are additional resources that Petra may not have that help you guys out. She will engage you and find out ways that she can help you at a higher level than the school district has to offer. Okay, so please understand, we're not out to get you. We're here to help. We're here to communicate. We're here to do what you guys need to do to make sure healthy, safe kids come to school and they get home safely. Okay? Have a wonderful weekend.